Hey everyone, I'm Andy Vandenberg, founder of VDB Wealth. More importantly, a dad of two. We just welcomed our second child, and like any big life transition, it's been a mix of joy, chaos, and a few sleepless nights. As both a wealth manager and a parent, I thought I'd share what I recommend financially when you're growing your family. Not from a theoretical standpoint, but from my personal experience. There's a lot that changes when you have a child, emotionally, logistically, and financially. And getting your financial foundation right gives you space to focus on what actually matters. So let's go through the big things I recommend every new parent think about, from insurance and estate planning to budgeting, childcare, and even emotional health. Before our first child, I thought I was prepared. I had spreadsheets, projections, and a plan for everything. Then reality hit. Sleep schedules, surprise expenses, and the emotional shift of realizing life is no longer about you. With our second, we were way more intentional. We had been through this before and had less stress. That contrast taught me a lot, and that's part of why I wanted to make this video, to help other families be prepared. Let's start with the basics, your safety net. When you become a parent, you're not just responsible for yourself anymore, you're building a safety net for your family. First and foremost, life insurance. If you don't already have life insurance, now's the time. I typically recommend term life for 20 to 30 years. Something that covers future expenses like college, the mortgage, or income replacements. And remember, your employer's coverage is rarely enough. If you're the primary earner, think in terms of 10 to 15 times your annual income. Disability insurance. This one's often overlooked. If you can't work for 6 months or a year due to injury or illness, disability insurance can keep everything afloat. I would review what your employer provides and supplement it if you need it. Obviously, it's unique for everyone. Health insurance. You need to add your child to your health plan right away. Some parents forget this step, and it's easy to do in the haze of newborn life, but you typically have 30 days. Next, you need to apply for a social security number and a passport if you plan to travel. Most hospitals will help you with this. Next, you need to get all the important documents. The hospital will typically help you with the social security number, but it's important to start the passport application process if you plan to travel soon. Most importantly, update your estate plan or will to include a child and name a guardian. It's not very fun to think about, but it's one of the most loving things you can do. Now let's jump into the financial planning. Kids are amazing. They're also really expensive. Now, everyone on the internet says they're going to ruin your finances, but I think that's a bit extreme. For me, it's about intentional planning. There's a great resource from The Bump called the Baby Budget Calculator. I'll link it below, and it gives you a great, realistic sense of upfront and monthly costs, diapers, childcare, gear, healthcare, based on where you live. When we had our first, I was shocked at how costs just shifted. Not just more spending, but different spending. You eat out less, travel differently, maybe you need to upgrade your car or move your house. Here's how I guide clients through this. First, you need to revisit your budget and cash flow. See how new costs or large changes like a home purchase or new car may impact things. Ideally, we want to readjust your budget and not completely cut fun. Next, start a 529 college plan. Even if you start small, even just $50 a month, time is your biggest advantage. Compounding over 18 years adds up fast, and a number of states give you a tax benefit to doing this. Next, I would consider a custodial account. This is great for grandparents or relatives who want to gift money for the child's future. It's also a great way to teach kids about investing later on. Next, you should figure out if you have an FSA or an HSA. If your employer offers a dependent care FSA, it can literally save you thousands in taxes for childcare expenses. Same with an HSA if you have a high deductible plan. Triple tax advantage, which I talk about a lot, and it can be a real advantage. Next, always just loop in your accountant and your financial advisor. There are a lot of small tax nuances with kids, child tax credits, dependent care credits. You may even need to adjust your withholding. Finally, it's always worth updating beneficiaries. Make sure your retirement accounts and insurance policies have all the right names listed. Finally, the coolest thing I've ever seen a family do is open a small family opportunity fund. This is a savings bucket that isn't for emergencies or college, but for really fun things like a family trip or a photography session or just a new experience together. Putting away a little bit of cash every month can make a lot of fun happen. Now let's jump into the non-financial side, because wealth management isn't just spreadsheets and returns. It's really about designing a life that is sustainable and intentional. The big thing to think about before you have a kid is your parental leave and childcare planning. Figure out how long you or your partner will be at home and what childcare looks like when you go back to work. Whether you want to interview nannies, tour daycares, you got to do both of those early. Typically, they fill up quickly and you don't want to be stuck without care. Now, on the shopping and registry, don't go overboard. Babies grow out of everything faster than you expect. Borrow where you can. Buy quality when it matters. As you guys know, my philosophy, buy once, cry once, and rely on others in your community. Having a baby changes your identity, your schedule, your priorities. It's really important to talk with your partner about roles, values, and long-term goals. For us, the biggest shift was redefining how we split time. Whether I'm blocking off mornings and evenings with our son, my wife is working in the afternoons, when can I not have interruption? That structure matters more than ever. Finally, think about your mental health. Do not underestimate this. Sleep deprivation and lifestyle changes are real, whether that's therapy, parent groups, or just time with more friends. You need to invest in your emotional health too. Finally, I think it's really important to organize your information. Create a shared folder for healthcare info, insurance policies, and birth records. Trust me, it's going to save a lot of time and stress down the road. If you're a new or expecting parent, congratulations. It's one of life's biggest transitions, and getting your financial house in order can help you be more present for the moments that actually matter. Here's a summary of all the important things you need to do. Review life and disability insurance. Add your child to your health insurance. Apply for a social security number and passport. Update your estate plan. Review your budget and adjust for new assumptions. Start your 529 plan and custodial accounts. Research FSA and HSA benefits. Plan childcare and leave, and organize your family's key info. Don't stress about doing everything at once. Just start. Even 1 or 2 steps a week prior to birth makes a huge difference. If there's one thing I've learned as a wealth manager and a dad, it's that no spreadsheet captures how quickly time flies by. In my opinion, the best financial plan is the one that leaves you free to live in the present with your kids. That's what I want for every family I work with. At VDB Wealth, we help families like mine navigate these transitions, not just the investment and taxes, but the life side of money. If you're preparing for a new baby or want to make sure that your financial plan is aligned with the next chapter, you can get your own checklist from the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and congrats again on growing your family.